Rimuru the Yellow Primordial? By Raphael-sensei Chapter 3, The Tyrant of Hell. Third-person POV using her innate skill. Material creation. John materialize a katana using magicules. She didn't want to use her Drago blade because for her, it is overkill. The reason she did this is because she wanted to enjoy this battle to her heart's content. She even goes further to handicap herself by not using any kinds of barriers, ultimate skills, resistance, and the assistant of Seal. She then smirked as she unsheathed her katana, revealing its formidable sharpness. Without wasting any time, she quickly dashed to Rouge with formidable speed. Haze. Thunder of heaven and earth. It is the most basic form of Haze combat art. It is composed of upward strike from the ground, and immediate upward strike from above. The movement itself is just as easy as it sounds like, but the lethality of this technique may vary to the user's proficiency. Rouge then moved quickly his body diagonally as he dodged the first attack, but he didn't anticipate the second attack coming from above. Rouge, being the battle genius he is, couldn't help but chuckle as he quickly figured out a countermeasure by quickly moving his foot forward to counter his fall, as he quickly blocked the attack using his sword. As their blade made contact, it made a ripple of sound and the ground shivered as it cracked because of the intensity of the attack. Hee, is that all you've got? You're pathetic, Rouge taunted, but John didn't concern it as she just laughed. Wahahaha, I didn't know you're quite a clown, you're making me laugh so badly you know. She said as she disappeared from his sight, rendering Rouge in a state of shock. Then she reappears in front of Rouge guts, quickly punching it, causing Rouge to send flying to the crimson sky. John then jumps in a formidable force, causing the ground to crumble as their swordplay continued in the sky. On the ground, there was a curtain demon watching the fight in the sky. Even though she's in bad condition, she couldn't help but to admire the fight happening before her, as she saw thousands of ripples coming from every direction of the sky, accompanied by the symphony of their dancing blades. So cool, Blue said as if she were a child admiring the beautiful art above her. Even though she enjoyed watching the conflict between those two, she also knows the risk of staying if their clash escalates further. That is why she takes advantage of the situation and quickly runs back to the sky where the clash of swords are taking place. It was an intense fight between the two most powerful primordials. The strongest primordial in history fighting the strongest primordial of today. Their fight can be just described as beautiful, as if they're making the sky their canvas and their sword as the brush. Their blades now covered with cracks because of the long duration of their fight. Dust till down, day become week, and weeks become months. Their fight further escalate. When their blades made contact once again, it shattered into pieces because of the amount of pressure that it takes from the clash. The two of them smiles in the sudden turn of event as they continue their fight using fist. John throw a forward punch towards Rouge, but he just leans sideways, causing her fist to miss. Rouge sees this opportunity and quickly grab her hand. He then rotate his body and spine before throwing John to the ground in supersonic speed that causes a massive crater. But Rouge didn't want to miss this opportunity and quickly invoke a nuclear magic. Nuclear cannon. Followed by another nuclear magic. Nuclear flame, directly to the crater. When the smokes cleared up, it reveals John lying at the ground. Her body was full of bruises and cuts as the blood comes out from her mouth while she coughed. Rouge then unleashed himself from the sky, as he dashed in formidable speed, landed in John's stomach that caused her to cough blood. As Wane's body is in vegetative state, Rouge didn't waste time. He clenches his fist and imbued it with his aura, as he continuously punched John in formidable force. The ground trembled as he keeps on punching John. A shockwave was made when every time his fist collided with her body. Even though John is in this state, not a single scream nor sound can be heard coming from her. This is not because she is dead, but rather, she's mentally busy chatting to Seal. After all, she could have just ended this fight right now if she wanted to. But for Rouge, it is different. In his mind, he is laughing so badly because this has indicate his sealed victory. He then quickly grabbed the body of John as if it was a rag doll and throws her in the sky. Concealing his victory, he invokes the most lethal techniques of nuclear magic when it comes to destructive force, gravity collapse. As he chanted, multiple magic circles appeared in John's body resembling a pillar of light, creating a localized gravitational field disruption, resulting in a field of supergravity which quickly compresses all the energy in the area into a single point, effectively creating an artificial black hole. Then, the flow of energy reverses, exploding outwards in something resembling a supernova. But through the effort of Rouge by creating a barrier, the blast expanded upward instead of outward, creating a massive pillar that goes all the way out into space that results to the creation of black mist. He did it to prevent damaging himself from the said explosion, even though it requires most of his magicule reserve. Looking at the aftermath, he chuckled, and he turned around ready to depart. When suddenly, he heard a laugh that comes from the center of the mist. He quickly looked back and saw the body of John floating as if she was possessed while laughing like a menace. As the black mist disappeared, it reveals her body that once full of bruises and cuts are now in good condition as if it was nothing happened. This is because of her skill, infinite regeneration. The look of Rouge's face can simply describe as puzzled. He did not anticipate that this individual can survive his attack that should have been a sure kill attack. Even Noir will be forced to revive himself after receiving such attack. But this peculiar demon, she just stood there and faced the explosion head-on and not taking any kinds damages. This event made Rouge to feel the emotion that he haven't felt since he was born, fear. The fear of admitting defeat. For him it's okay to die in a battle, rather to admit defeat. That's how prideful he was. Wahahahaha. What was an impressive explosion you got there. But compared to this one, that was nothing near, said John while laughing like crazy. She then made a tiny gravitational field disruption in her finger that sucks all the black mist radiation and atomic particles in the area. As it compress, it form into a tiny shape of black ball of energy resembling a black hole. She's really a hell of a monster. To think that she able to survive my sure kill attack is insanely impressive yet terrifying. Damn it. This is so irritating. Also, my magicules reserve are almost drained up, that even fleeing is an impossible task. Pack running. I would not admit defeat even though it causes my life. He thought to himself and chuckled while standing pridefully, as he used all of his remaining magicules to create a sword that had chain attached to it. He quickly swing the chained sword left and right that causes it to spine. At this point, Rouge felt a surge of energy resonating throughout his entire body. He heard an emotionless voice ring through his mind. Notice. The condition has been met, bestowing the unique skill, pride, to individual red primordial, successful. It was the voice of the world who answered him. By his pride and sheer determination, he able to awaken his unique skill of his own. Rouge's grin grew wider as he awakened his newfound power, and threw the sword to John in formidable speed that has his aura imbued within it. American Magic, 1945th Form, Offensive Technique, Fat Man. John said, and with a flip of her finger, she launched the compact ball of energy directly to Rouge, but it made contact to Rouge's sword resulting to a massive scale explosion. Boom. A massive loud sound resonate within the underworld, followed by a shock wave that completely disintegrate Rouge's castle and all demons, greater to lesser demon, that caught from explosion. When the situation calmed down, it reveals the body of Rouge, completely obliterated as it was dismembered into several pieces. John then goes towards the direction of Rouge's head as she descended from the sky. Just kill me. Now. I'm already fulfilled, and I have no plans nor interest on serving you, Rouge said, stating his arrogant while coughing blood. You really stand to your tittle as the most arrogant demon, didn't you? And don't worry, I also have no intention of recruiting you to my league even if you insist. And to be completely honest, through all the fight I had experience in my entire life, it is the most exciting fight I've ever had as of now. She continued. Man, if I didn't activate my multi-dimensional barrier, at that time, I'm sure, I'm in this situation right now instead of Rouge. She thought to herself, remembering that time she got caught by Rouge's gravity collapse. Is that so? He said as he unconsciously tear in his eye. John then looked to his eyes as she said her final though. Don't let this experience ruin your pride. Take this opportunity to not just grow as fighter but also as a person. You're a great warrior, Rouge. Stand proud, you're strong. She said in soft yet prideful tone, and Rouge just simply chuckled in response. She then turned around and walked out from the site. You don't need to lecture me. I already know who I am. The next time we met, I will get my revenge, Rouge said as his head turned into ashes and it goes with the wind. I'm looking forward for it. At that time, John was held as the new ruler of the underworld, earning the title, The Tyrant of Hell. To be continued.